So in this video I will be ranking all of the state flags in the United States of America. And since most of the state flags are, well, bad, I might show some ways I would change their flags. Starting with Alabama. So the flag of Alabama looks like this. It is an okay looking flag. It gets to go in B tier. I think is just as good as Finland's flag. But when I look at this flag I don't see a flag that feels like a flag of a US state. And that is a problem with almost all of the US state flags. So as I said I will redesign this flag. Now remember that this is just an example for what a hypothetical redesign of this flag could look like. So when I think of the USA flag I think of the stars, and I think that all the state flags should have at least one star. So I made the background blue instead of a white background and I gave the red X a white outline to make it stand out. And in the middle of the X, there is a white circle with blue felt in it to hold the star that represents the state. Next up is the state of crazy copycats. Also known as Florida. What the heck? Florida just straight up copied Alabama's flag and placed their emblem in the middle. I don't know how I would redesign this flag, so I'm not, but just so you know this is lazy. I will give it a D cause it does look better than most of the flags here, but it's still bad. Hawaii's flag is weird. They have the Union Jack on their flag even though they were never colonized by the British. The rest of the flag looks kinda interesting, I don't know. I'll give it a D. Now I don't know why but I really like Ohio's flag. Its shape is creative and it feels like a US state flag. There is nothing I would change on this flag. S tier. New Jersey, Montana, and Delaware all F tier. No comment, they're just bad. Now New Mexico isn't so bad, it definitely stands out, but has the same flaw as sweet old Alabama of not feeling like it has anything to do with the USA. So it will join Alabama in B tier. New Hampshire, Kansas, and New York go in F cause bad and boring, and North Carolina go in C cause it feels like a USA state flag and looks good if you pretend that the text on the flag is gone. Nebraska is also F cause it bad. Missouri has a common tricolor, but they ruined it with its emblem and will go in D, and Mississippi gets a B since it does not look that bad. Minnesota, Michigan, and Kentucky all also get F, and I think you know why. Meanwhile Massachusetts goes in E tier since it is different. And Maryland will be, wait what? What is this? This doesn't look like a flag. But I can't help but think it looks kinda cool. C tier. Maine and Louisiana is bad, so F. But Alaska's flag I like. I like that just by looking at it I can see that it is in the Arctic Circle. Good, a tier. Arizona too. It also has a good flag. Maybe if one were to make it more USA-like then maybe do something like this, but I think the yellow is there because of some history with the Spanish. So probably not. And if I'd also remake Alaska's flag then maybe this. Remember that this is just an idea. I'm not saying that they should change the flags of any of the states that I change the flags of. It is just for fun. Okay, back to the ranking. Arkansas has a good flag. But they have written the name of the state on the flag. And that is not a good thing to put on flag. There is no way to read what's on the flag in wind and without wind. This will place it in B. But without the text it would have been an A. Remember that when making a flag that it is going to be in the wind and it is impossible to read anything moving like that. California. Too much detail on the bear and also text. D tier. Colorado has done the same thing as Ohio with hiding its first letter in the design of the flag. Good job, S tier. But if I were to change anything it would be putting a star in the C to represent the state, but it doesn't really need it. Connecticut has an okay flag, same with Georgia, both get C tier. Idaho and Illinois get F and Indiana and Iowa gets E. North Dakota, Oklahoma, Oregon, Nevada, and Pennsylvania all get F and Rhode Island gets E cause I like the anchor. South Carolina is okay but a little lacking, so D. South Dakota is bad, so F. Tennessee is also lacking but else it's good. C tier. Texas. No comment. S tier. Utah, Vermont, Virginia, West Virginia, Wisconsin get F and Washington gets E. Wyoming has a really good flag if you do this. But since it looks like this, then it has to go in B. And that is our finished tier list. Editing Freddy here. So while making this video I found out that Mississippi, Utah and Minnesota remade their flag, and I can't leave it out since last time I did a flag tier list I forgot Oland and Faroe Islands flags, and so I cannot forget these. So Mississippi's new flag goes in A. It has that USA look in the Canada style but with some golden borders between the red and blue bits. It has a cool flower in the center surrounded by stars and sadly text. Weren't for the text it would have been S tier. Utah, I like the star and the creative white mountains. S tier. And lastly Minnesota is B tier. IDK, it's just that the more I look at it the less I like it. That was my thoughts on the new flags. Editing Freddy out. What do y'all think? And if you like this video then make sure you like it to time the video, and if you want more from me then saki G to my channel. Okay, Birch Cout de Kid.